Yes, sir. Back with another episode of the discussion. I am the bad guy, aka Captain Caveman, CJ Dub.
And I am the good guy, your man out of the cage, Edel.
That's what's up, brother.
How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, your brother is really tired, man. You know, it's been a very long and stressful week.
Okay.
But I want to take the time out to thank everybody who sent their condolences,
right,
and their prayers and their support,
right,
for the family right now. For those who don't know, early this week, my brother-in-law passed away. So we're gonna dedicate this episode to my brother-in-law Corey.
Yes, sir. What up, Corey?
So right now, we're gonna take
R.
5-10 seconds, say a little prayer,
okay,
in support of the family. Amen.
Amen, brother. Look, with that being said, man, you know, my family sent out condolences, man. And look, man, we prayed for you all week, you and your families, for strength, man, for your wife and her family, man. And, hey, look, man, I'm thankful that, and this is why at times we got to celebrate each other. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because life is just short. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? We got to love each other. We got to be there for each other and stand up. So, look, man, we appreciate you. Our condolences go to your family, man. And look, I'm sure everybody else share the same sentiment.
That's what's up, man. And we definitely appreciate that love. And please subscribe, hit the bell notification,
Yes,
and
sir.
every
Yes,
time
sir.
we drop new content, it will be in your newsfeed.
You will be notified.
You will be notified.
Hey, look, but look.
In celebration of my brother-in-law, Corey Dunn,
Yes, sir.
the classic I chose today, Slick Rick, The Great Adventures of Slick Rick.
That's his time, too, boy. That's his time.
There was this thing I used to do with Corey, man. Every time I saw him, we would do the lottie-dottie routine, man. Like, you know what I mean?
He
And
was a great guy.
That's like one of my fondest. That's something that's going to always be in my heart, man. Because
Right.
every time, you know what I'm saying, we linked up and, you know, got the party going a little bit. Like, Corey, you know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we started up la-di-da, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was like one of his favorite songs ever.
Okay.
And I will always have that memory
Okay.
of him. So, in honor of Corey today,
Yes, sir.
we're going to kick this thing off with the great adventures of Slick Rick. This is real right here. You cater to the women, so they on your side. But the dudes seem to have a problem with you.
I don't know. I don't think that I cater to the women.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I don't. I'm a fair person.
Oh, my God, here we go.
I'm just a fair person.
You fair about what?
Everything. I try to be.
Okay, if you're fair, then why, when Pedro was getting whooped, when Pedro was getting his head whooped,
You say he didn't pay his child support.
no, she said he didn't pay his child
Well, he
support.
didn't pay his child support because she need that money. Those kids need that money.
So he deserved to get beat up for that.
Man, look, he looked at somebody in the street and the fellas didn't do it to him. Hey, let her do it.
Okay, so what if he did that to her for being a mother son?
Society's different.
See what I'm saying? Catering to the women once
Society's
again.
different.
But we're not gonna go down that road today. I've been enlightened
Okay,
by
look, let me ask you
Kevin
this.
Samuels, aka Black Jesus.
Oh, I don't want to talk about him right now. I look,
If
see,
you
I know
fellas
where you
wanna
going.
hear the
See, you-
gospel, go listen to Kevin Samuels.
Hey, look.
That brother right there
Don't do it.
is Black Jesus.
Look, don't let Dominique and them do it.
Listen,
I hope they don't do it. Look,
fellas, the time has come.
what? Wait, look, hold up. Look, check this out.
Kevin Samuels, that
Don't
man
do
know
that.
what he's talking
Listen,
about.
You're going to get people in trouble.
No, I'm not.
Look.
I'm getting the brothers to build up. Don't take no mess from these women. Don't let them talk to you like you a child. Stand up for yourself.
Look, I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying.
Kevin Samuels.
I'm not
this is
disagreeing with that.
This is the beautiful thing about the Kevin Samuels. It's because it's his platform, right? These women go on that show and try to take over his platform just to see him mute them and tell them like they can't talk, and he's telling them like, listen, you're not gonna come on my show and do that. You're not gonna overtalk me on my show. Now, if you're not gonna let me talk,
But look, I
you
agree
can
with
let-
that. But I agree with that.
That is the most wonderful thing to see.
You know
in this
what?
world.
I don't know why you relish that so much. Why do you want to see? Look, I'm not against these women. I'm against women talking to me in any kind of way crazy and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm against men talking to women crazy.
This is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
I don't understand where you're going with it.
No, this is what I want you to understand, bro. It's like this. There is a reason why all these black women are single. We need to identify this problem. And like Black
Dominique, go to sleep, bro.
Like Black Jesus said, Kevin Samuels. Black Jesus said, the problem is that these women want you to understand them, but they refuse to understand you.
But look, I'm not saying I don't agree with some of these things you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is this. Sometimes a lot of men don't step up to the plate. A lot of men are intimidated by strong women. Hold on, let me finish. Because I know you're trying to cut me off with Sam.
I'm not gonna cut you
Listen,
off.
and a lot of guys are intimidated. I just don't. I don't. Look, you gotta always address these things in the beginning.
Okay, before you go any further, let me answer the first part of what you just said. Because you seem to think that a lot of these brothers are intimidated by strong women.
They are brothers.
Could it be?
I don't know the percentage.
Hold on, let me ask you this question. Could it just be that these brothers are like, I ain't dealing with that. If I don't have to have a headache, why take one on?
I agree. I mean, look, if you don't have a headache, you don't have to take one on. If someone is a headache, you don't need to be with them anyway. I agree with you on that, but I'm just saying, look, we still have to be able to celebrate our women. And our women need to, look, for real, women need to celebrate black men more. Because black men have the hardest time walking this earth.
I agree.
Black men have the hardest time walking this earth.
All I'm saying is this. We have to open the dialogue, right?
Right.
When you open the dialogue, this is what happens. A lot of these women feel threatened. And they immediately...
I don't know about that.
What did I say so bad that should have had women spewing in your kitchen ready to take my head off? They couldn't wait to attack me.
Hey, listen, they had bats and chains and everything. I was like, yo, I walked in the house.
I'm just saying,
Listen, they had shell toes on. I was like, what? Is it 88 in here? Is it 19? Were we going on the rooftop? Y'all want to, listen, they want to see you, bro. They had tank tops on.
All I'm saying is, we have to open the dialogue and they have to be willing to listen.
I agree.
If they don't listen, it's pointless. I want to help them out. And then, it's sad to me because I know a lot of good women, they are great women with attitude problems.
So are you saying that the black woman just don't really... Look, out of everybody, she should understand the black man. And she should be able to say, hold up, what I'm doing... Look, I don't need to put any added pressure on this guy.
All I'm saying is this.
What are you saying?
They point the finger. The reason, according to them, the reason why they are the most unpartnered genre on the planet is because of me. And I'm saying it's not because of me. Some of that you need to look at yourself.
Yeah, don't nobody want to hear no crazy stuff now.
Hey, some of us are blessed. You're in a blessed situation.
I am.
I'm in a blessed situation.
You are.
So, who do I have to cater to? Who you have to cater to?
I can cater to my wife.
Okay, same thing here, right?
Right.
I don't have to cater to the rest of these women. I don't have to put up with their mess. I don't need nothing from them.
Hey, listen, hold up. My sis, you know what? She's probably working. She's down in Miami. She wants you so bad.
Why?
She's not here.
But why?
Listen.
But
and
why?
She's at work. But if she was off right now, she's going to call tomorrow. And she's going to say, yo, I'm done with this
But why does she want me?
You just rub her the wrong way.
Because I tell the truth?
I don't even know your truth.
Because I don't...
No, that's your truth.
I mean, all I'm going to say is this. If you want the gospel, all my brothers...
Don't do it.
Kevin Samuels speaks the gospel, bro.
Oh, my God. I can't believe how people even take to you when you say this stuff.
Go
I don't understand how people listen to this stuff you saying.
I don't understand how you don't listen to it. Bruh, they done took this joint over. It's a wrap. They don't even want you to feel man feelings no more. If you say anything other than a thought of a woman, you are a Neanderthal.
I don't know about that.
And somebody like me, I embrace it. Hell yeah, I'm a Neanderthal.
Oh, man.
I recently started calling myself Captain Caveman, so they already know who it is.
Captain Caveman, CJ.
I don't have to cater to none of them, except my wife. That's it.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Ask.
What you think Aunt Rita will say if she hear you talking like this right now?
She would say, I raised a strong young man that's just not going to sit down and fold for everybody. I give you a perfect example. And I'm glad my brother is in the comments to verify this. I'm going to tell you how bad it got, bro. And this is when I first started to realize it. Me and Kwame worked in a unit at Caswell Center, right?
Right.
They kept hiring women. And we looking at it like, what? They keep hiring women, but keep selecting individuals that need a man to work with them. We in there working our asses off. But they keep hiring women.
And the women weren't doing the work?
They were changing the rules, bruh. You understand what I'm saying?
So you was tired. When you went home...
When I went to go
Hold on.
When I went to go put in for my vacation days, you know what they would say? I can't get, Joyce was good for saying, I can't give you that day because I ain't got enough men working.
Good. Take another day.
See, that's why,
Hold on. Let me stop, because there are things that you may need to do. I'm jugging.
Now
I'm jugging. Now I'm getting on you. See, look, you get ready to go toward a cigarette.
No. Well, I was getting ready to smoke one anyway.
Hey, look, no, for real, though. I do agree with you. Some days you got to take those days, personal days, and look, they're gonna have to deal with that.
And you see what Kwame said in there? Facts. It's the truth. I'm not making this up.
I'm not saying that it's not the truth, but what I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is. Look,
bruh, this ain't 1965.
Listen. I understand both sides of the arguments because I understand business.
What is the other side of the argument?
Well, from a business standpoint, I'm gonna need a male figure, and I'm gonna need to see if we can swing some things around where you can take this day, and I can have this person on this day, and you off this day. I will have to try as a business person.
Is it fair?
No, it's not fair.
Okay. What do these women keep screaming about? What is the whole women's empowerment movement about? That things aren't fair, right?
I don't know. Is it?
That's what it's about.
I don't know if it's
women's empowerment is about.
I thought it was about empowering women to be stronger, to come out of their shell, to do great things.
I mean, that's a part of it, but that came to be because women felt like they were mistreated in the workplace, where it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair that Eric Dale makes more money than me, and we doing the same job. But me and Kwame in there getting the worst of the worst, doing all the grimy, dirty work. These chicks getting paid the same thing we are. But they getting all the perks. And you know what we had to do?
What?
Eat it. See, life ain't fair.
Listen, you don't win all of this change of topics, and then we stuck on.
No,
this.
we're not.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about what we were supposed to talk about.
Life is not fair.
Because now you got me on like you trying to be this love doctor guy. You keep trying to get these guys on your side, and I don't like that. Listen,
you gonna have to.
I do agree with what you.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to say.
You're gonna have to
be on the side with the brothers.
No, I'm on the side with the brothers. I'm on the side.
Then why are we even having this debate? Why you ain't debating. You can just be like, yeah, bro, that's right, bro. But you can't do that. You can't do that because it messes with your image.
You know what? Because it messes with my image.
Yeah, it takes your image.
No, I don't have an image yet.
You the one with the publicist.
I have a publicist now. I admit that. But look, these things. Look, I'm being blessed like that.
All I'm saying is, bro, life isn't fair, man.
No, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, look.
If freedom of choice, you can choose. Let's just say you in a position. That's just like you take the what's the name situation, the comedian chick.
Right.
You know, she didn't have to go to Netflix. Monique, she didn't have to go to Netflix.
No.
They underpaying you. You take your ass somewhere else. But she said it's not fair.
But she wasn't worth that, though.
But she said it wasn't fair.
Look, she can say what it was.
And you know what? When she said it wasn't fair, you know what the women said?
What? They went with her.
Girl, you right.
But look, hold
Why
up.
is Dave Chappelle getting more money?
Hold up. Let me say this, because Dave Chappelle is way funnier.
Exactly.
Dave Chappelle has way more content than she
Exactly.
does. Dave Chappelle is more seasoned than she ever will be.
Exactly.
And that doesn't, not just because he's a man and she's a woman, in my point of view, I'm saying when it comes to a situation like that, you get what you're supposed, you get what you're worth. She's not worth what Dave Chappelle is worth. But I'm not going to turn on my TV to see Monique at night.
I get what you said, and I agree. We on the same page.
So,
finally.
no, I'm just saying those are my arguments.
So I'm telling you, if you agree with what I'm saying, stop fighting me, brother. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not fighting you.
E.
I'm on your side.
As soon as a woman come in here,
What they tell it? What they
as soon
tell
as
the
a
news
woman
station-
come in here and make a comment, you gonna hop right on to the other side of the fence like you always do.
I don't. I really don't.
I think you like seeing the women mad at me.
I don't.
Yeah, you
I really don't.
Yeah, you do. You encourage it.
Hey, look. All I'm
You
saying
root
is-
for them.
All I'm saying, I believe.
Get 'em.
Listen, I believe in fair.
How many phone calls have you put in to say, girl?
Listen, hold up.
Get 'em.
I believe.
Tell the truth. Let's be honest here.
About three.
Yeah, I'm sure.
3 or 4.
That's my-
I don't know. 3 or 4, baby.
Because you just.
No, I just like to see them get on you because listen, you rub them the wrong way.
By saying what?
What you're saying now?
What am I saying is wrong?
Everything you say.
What did I say
I'm not
wrong?
saying some of the things you're saying are wrong.
But you just can't hop on the train because
I'm just saying that's
it
what the
taint-
women are saying.
Because it taints your image.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with my image.
So look at the camera and
I
tell
said-
the women that I'm right.
Look, women, some of these things CJ saying
No.
is right. I'm just saying. Look, all I'm saying is some of the things you're saying is right. I don't have an image to uphold. I don't have an image to uphold. I don't have anybody to answer to but God and my wife.
Okay.
That's it.
I like the way that sounds because, and that's why I don't care what they think because I don't have to sleep with them.
That's it.
Matter of fact, when I get tired of them, just like Black Jesus do, I could just mute them or end the phone call.
Man, you can't just mute the women like that.
Why
bro.
not?
Because no one wants to be silenced, and that's the problem.
You know what men like? And I learned this from Black Jesus
What,
too.
quietness?
Sex, sandwich, and silence. Sounds pretty good, don't it?
What? Triple S.
I'm just saying, bro.
Where do you get this stuff from?
Man,
Listen, you know what? I'm going to go and watch this guy. And if this guy motivates me in any way, I'm going to be afraid of my life. I really am.
Hey, man, you gotta...
If this guy motivates me in any way, what's his name? Kevin Samuels? I'm going
And then a lot of brothers, too, they go into these situations and they not men. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They actually become dependent on a woman to, you know, if it wasn't for their woman, they wouldn't have a place to stay. You know what I mean? Whatever. Like, normally women get out the gate a little bit earlier.
Right.
Than men. So you got a lot
They
of brothers.
mature faster.
Right. So I encourage the brothers, you know, I think you should be alone first and understand what that piece is like
agree.
before
I agree.
you decide to move in with somebody.
Yeah, don't just move in somebody's trailer. Well, if you do, I mean, make sure that's the thing you want to do. But I can't tell anybody not to do that. But if you do, I think that people should experience living by themselves
Yes, you should.
first before
First.
you move in with someone.
That is a fact.
Because look,
I
man,
completely agree with
listen, you want to give people the room and the freedom to breathe,
Right.
right? That's first and foremost. You don't want to seem like you're overwhelming to someone.
Right.
In a relationship especially. So I'm the type of person, I just don't generally like to argue. That's just who I am. Like,
Right.
I don't see no point in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. But dealing with these strong black women, a lot of times it's kind of like, you know, I know I've probably had to say this 1,000 times. It's not what you're saying; it's how you say it.
Yeah, but sometimes you can get to that point where you may say something. As men, sometimes we kind of get it's like, yo, this is what's going down, and this is how it's happening. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
Eventually, you have to get. Eventually you have to get to that point. But some brothers they don't never get to that point. They just round there like zombies, and whatever she
don't be like
whatever she say, that's what it is.
I mean, some brothers like that.
Hey, more power to them.
I can't be
just
tender
not
like
me.
that. I can't be tender like that. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You can listen to your woman and take advice from your wife and your significant other. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you make a decision about your life, it's ultimately up to you and God.
Yeah. And you know, I hate to be the savage. I don't want to come off like a savage.
You don't hate to be that.
You do have to compromise. I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm far from a savage. You know what I mean? We compromise.
Right.
But what I'm saying is when it gets to be too much, I have to say what I have to say. it ain't no
but that's not a
changing
problem.
my mind.
But look, that shouldn't be a problem because guess what? You know what? I heard something last week from someone, and they said that their significant other. I'm gonna make sure I term this right, and don't make sure I don't try to put out the wrong signal to message.
Right.
Most women have standards, right? They hold themselves to this standard, right? And they hold their significant other to that standard, right? Mm-hmm. If she don't meet her standard, she's not going to get on herself. If you don't meet the standard that she has you at, she's on your ass.
But see, that goes back to the things that I've been saying. You know, you gotta look at these things in generalities.
Right.
Like it can't be. You have to compromise. That's kind of like what I was telling you about the competition. Okay, maybe I was wrong for saying that it's a competition.
Right.
But what I'm trying, the point I was trying to drive home is, she's prepared, bro.
Right.
And you have to be just as prepared as she is.
I agree.
Because women, when you thinking 5 years ahead, she's thinking 20.
I agree.
Especially if you got a good, strong one.
Yeah.
She probably got bank accounts.
She think long term.
She got mad money that you don't know about.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these women, listen, if you really think they giving you the keys.
I want to ask you a question. I'm going to stop you. I'm sorry for stopping you. But I want to ask you a question as a brother.
Ask.
And I want you to give me your advice.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me what you think. I've never asked my wife how much she earns or what she earns.
Right.
I would never do that. That's not in me to do that. Is it okay for that? For me to not ask? Or I've never, listen, as long as I've been with my wife, I've never asked her how much your check is, how much you make, or what you earn.
Right.
She would tell me but I've never asked that. She would never hold it back from me if I asked. I know that for a fact.
Right.
But I just, like with her phone, and I don't say anything. I just don't touch it. I don't answer it. I don't do any of that. Like, should I be able to do that?
Because it's like us as men, we don't think like that. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times to understand the women, you have to try to think like a woman. Like, okay, you know, it takes some getting used to. Mm-hmm. I wasn't used to some of the things that I had to endure. And early on, when you're young, it causes problems, especially when your head is not, you know what I'm saying, not there. You feel like you being violated. Like, you know what I mean? Like with certain stuff. So to answer your question is, to me, that's a woman thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right. I think a woman would ask you what you doing and would like to monitor your money more than the other way around.
And you know Stone Cold don't play the radio.
So with that being said, you know, if you got, I think it's kind of like this. If you are able to build off of that,
right, and
say, I mean, ideally you want to be one,
right,
but you can be one, but just know two is somewhere too. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. And the two is the X factor. Is the things that she's doing that she's not telling you about. And I'm not talking about cheating, but like I said, they think 20, 30 years ahead.
Raise their daughters like that to be independent. You know why? And it has nothing to really do with you. Because they know that you were being removed from the home, and it started from way back. See, these are arguments.
Me and you talked about
these are arguments that got to go way back.
Me and you talked
this
about
started during slavery times when the man was being removed from. See, listen, the black man,
sold off.
Black people has always been removed from their homes, whether it's by incarceration, whether it's by slave owners being sold or sending you off. You have always been removed from your home, so she had to prepare her daughters that way, and it just went on.
But this was the thing that my mother-in-law agreed with me. And this is the problem with a lot of women. you have to be able to know that you can take care of yourself.
Right.
Without letting it manifest in your relationship.
Absolutely.
You have to know, even though I know I can take care of myself, I know I don't really need you, but at the end of the day, there are other things that I do need you for, so let me focus on those things. And if it happen to go bad, I know I'm going to be all right.
Right.
And I hope you're going to be all right. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't have that bossy attitude. Right. Like if you constantly saying, I don't need no man, but you got a man. Right. That don't make sense.
I don't think women should say that. Listen, let me tell you something. The biggest turn off for a man is an aggressive woman and a woman that will say that. Men are generally like turn off. It's not that they're intimidated. See, it's certain things that where they're intimidated. There's certain things where they're not. Some men just like, look, I mean, it's not that, you know what I mean? This is how this should be going. Right. I mean, look, I look at it like this. That's why I said I'm glad I'm in the situation I'm in, because I don't have to deal with a bunch of crazy things. Mm-hmm. I can go to work, I can come home, I can do this, I can do that. You can go to work, but for most men and a lot of black men out there in our communities, you see these things happening, these struggles with these relationships.
And it took, I'll be the first one to tell you, we both misstepped early. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. A lot of things that were truly important to us internally, we didn't have these discussions while we were in love phase. Right. We was just focused on we having a good time and you know what I mean? We're not really discussing, what it really takes for a marriage to be successful. Now, as we got older and went through our issues, we have a better understanding now. But we went through a lot of trials and tribulations early. But when you talking about like 20 years in the game, and all of it wasn't peaches and cream. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was some rough times. But at the end of the day, man, it's like once you understand what it is that you got and what you're dealing with, you can kind of like choose to say, if I can fix this, I'm gonna fix it. But if you feel like it's a lost cause and this person is not willing to submit to the things that it takes to make your relationship successful, then you might need to part ways. Because you could be better off by yourself and you done wasted 10 years in a relationship that you already knew.
That makes sense, bro, because don't nobody want to waste their time. No one wants to waste their time. I agree with you on that.
And there's a lot of people in that.
But look, that is...
you cool at 35. Y'all chicks better start understanding what you got early.
Yeah, I agree, but
you get with a dude at 25 and stay with him 10 years knowing it ain't gonna work by the time you're 35.
You wasted time. Listen, this is my thing. Baby. This is my thing, and this is why I always say to some of the things that I say, because I've always heard my grandparents say, "Look, people are who they are. They say they are who they say they are. You have to be able to see that. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste your time with people that won't look. A marriage is a contract, right? I mean, a breach of contract. It's what it is." You know what I'm saying? You enter into a contract, you expect both people to adhere to that contract. Mm-hmm. After that contract is set, you guys build. That's that foundation. And then you guys build from there. Those are the times, like you said, those things that we don't do. We don't talk like early marriage stages, early relationship stages, and we don't specify what we really want.
What's really important to you.
And listen, what's important to you matters. Because you may want something that the next person may not want. The next person may want something that you don't want. So it's important to have these conversations before you even enter into that contract.
That is a complete.
If you enter into a contract with, especially, I'm just saying marriage, just using us as an example. If you enter into a contract knowingly that this is what you have, you enter that contract because you wanted that. You don't enter into a contract with something that you don't want. You're not going to sign your name on something that you don't agree with.
And I got a message for some women too. And I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way.
When you say that, they're going to take it the wrong way when you say that.
You can get much further with pleasantries I'm talking about as far as building your man up.
Right.
Pleasantries work better.
Right.
Now, you can listen to the advice of your girlfriend if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your girlfriend and see if her situation is successful. Mm-hmm. If she's been married for 30 years and, you know, she giving you good advice, hey, that might be the one. But if you talking to a chick that been married 5 times,
right,
that ain't married, that's still on the market, still looking, giving you relationship advice, when your man is telling you, I don't like it when you do that. I don't like it when you do things this way.
Right.
I don't like it when you talk to me like that.
Right.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. I agree with that.
You can get better results a lot of times by being submissive than coming with that attitude.
Hold
and
up, define submissive, because I need to know that.
Well,
what do you mean by that?
Well,
I understand what it means. If I could go to the dictionary,
right,
to the glossary or whatever and get it, but I'm just saying, like, define submissive. Like, what do you mean?
What I'm saying is, if your man is telling you, like, yo, this doesn't work for me,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I agree with what you're saying, but damn, like, why you gotta talk to me like that?
Oh, okay, that's not submissiveness. It's like she agreeing with all you. That's how I see it.
Well, I mean, she don't have to agree with everything.
Oh, she has to bow down.
Well, sometimes you have to.
Well,
Because us as men, we do that quite often.
Yeah, I agree with you. She has to bow down sometimes.
We do that more.
But look, let me ask you this. When is it the time to bow down and when is it time to not bow down? Because look, I don't know. Like,
all of that comes into knowing who you have.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
If knowing the character of the person that you're with. Now, if you know you got a loser, you know you got a loser. Let's keep it a bean. If he's a loser, you know he a loser.
Right.
You know what I mean? Damn his potential.
Right.
You know. Watch how people, like, that's just like, how can you be with a man or have a baby with a dude and you dating him for months and you dated this man for 2 years, ain't never met his kids? That's a flag.
You may be right about that.
You understand? Certain things people just refuse to pay attention to. If he didn't take care of his other kids, why is he gonna take care of the kid he out with you?
Right, I agree with that.
Those are character flaws. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
If he was hustling when you met him, I mean, let's keep it. It is what it is, man.
Well, he can switch the hustle up now.
He can if you build him up the right way.
Well, I think that
hustle don't have, to me, the hustle really doesn't speak to the character of the man.
Right.
But what it does, I'm talking about, if you got a dude that is just fascinated in love with street life,
That's
know where it leads.
Just exactly. You know where it leads.
Now, some men, they might love you enough to put it away. You feel what I'm saying? Or they might, certain circumstances they may go through may humble them.
Right.
But then you got some dudes who was like, I'm doing it for life.
I thought I was one of those guys, but that's not true. Don't do that.
You did? Hey.
But you make compelling points, and I can't say that you don't make compelling points.
Because I'm not a bad guy.
No, you're not, but look.
I am.
Listen, no, you're really not.
I'm Captain Cave.
You're really not. You want to be the bad guy, but you're not Captain Cave, man.
Hey, listen,
man. Look.
And for the brothers who just tuned in, I'm preaching the gospel of brother Kevin Samuels.
Why you keep referring them to this guy, bro?
It's the truth.
I don't know why you keep doing that.
I love him, man.
But this guy doesn't.
I love his show.
Look, his word is not
and
the
he's
gospel.
getting free promo right now. So Kevin Samuels, if you ever watch,
right. I mean, Kevin, he need to send a check up here or something.
But yeah, man, I've been really tuned into that dude for the last couple of days. I was turned on to him by my man Buddy Klein, and we was listening to him in the barbershop, and I'm just like, yo, this dude is saying the same things I say. The only difference is he's articulating it in a much better fashion than me.
But look, I don't want you to meet this guy ever.
I have to meet him.
And listen, if I'm ever
I'm
around,
going to find out if he got books
I
out
don't
there.
want you to meet this guy, because if you ever meet this guy, the world is going to be in trouble.
Hey, man, the point of it all, the fact still remains, these women are the most unpartnered genre on the planet. And that's a problem.
But I look.
Because we in the new century, in the century of family. And we have to figure out how to fix the black family. And a lot of that comes from, there's a reason why that's happening.
Yes.
And it's not
It
all,
was meant to happen this way.
It's not all our fault.
It's not all our fault. But look, some of it is.
But when you hear from these women,
right,
it's our fault. Today was a good show, bro. We just about maxed out of time.
Yes,
I see the viewership is starting to build up in the fan page.
Yes, sir.
We set out. That was a part of the mission, and we appreciate each and everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
show
sir.
us love. So, E, where can they find us?
Man, you don't want me to say it. Everywhere. Everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Podcast Chaser, Podcast Addict, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Look, man, we everywhere. I'm trying to tell you, y'all got to check us out, man. Because look, the show is going on. It's not stopping. People want to be a part of the conversation. They love the conversation, and we appreciate that. We love y'all. Listen, without you, there's no us. So that's why we're here, man. Come on, show up on time, man. I don't know if we're going to show up on time, bro. Are we going to show up on time?
we say 6 o'clock, but we black. Y'all already know what time black people show up. We might be 5 or 10 minutes late, but the thing is, we can always show.
And look, we love y'all, man. C&E, we maxed out on time. You want to say something else before we go, brother?
We out.
We out, baby.